Hey, everybody. This is Mother Teresa here. I hope everybody has had a great Monday. Mine has been wonderful. And I just want to just say, listen, if you don't like the way that your day is going or your day is, or even your evening, night, whatever, guess what? You have the power to change that because all you need to do is do a quick reset by taking a couple of deep breaths and then put your mind in a state of where you want it to be and change that thing. Okay, so that's my really quick tidbit for today. But I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about what I was talking about on yesterday. A couple of people had responded to my video, and it made me think about a topic or a something that I heard when I was in graduate school. So, one of my professors, she talked about having too much stuff. And when we think about having a lot of stuff in our lives, um, it equates, and I'm going to make it to where I'm talking about baggage. Because a lot of times we are consumed or overtaken with the stuff that we have in our lives, whether it be physical stuff like materialistic type things, or it could be drama from your childhood trauma or drama. It also could be other things that we have, relationship drama, relationship uh, things that you have carried over from one relationship to the other. And of course, then it could be personal baggage, things that have happened in your family that you haven't resolved and it's still just kind of lingering on. Well, let me just tell you, one of the things that I do know is that in order for us to be freed from the baggage and the stuff that accumulates in our lives, we have to do some work to kind of make sure that we have dealt with all of those things. And one of the things that we often find is that a lot of people don't want to necessarily do the work to get rid of all of that stuff that's in their lives. They would much rather hang on to it and then make excuses about them being the way that they are because of the stuff that have happened to them in their lives or in their past. And a lot of times those past traumas, it hinders you from moving forward in relationships, in school, in work, just in a lot of different areas of your life, that if you're not careful, you will allow those things to hinder you and keep you from doing the things that you really want to do. And sometimes we are aware of those things, and sometimes we are not. Sometimes we are holding on to the stuff, to the baggage, to the trauma that has happened to us in our childhood, and we don't realize the vibes that we're putting off, or we don't realize the things that we're doing is a direct result of that previous and that past trauma. And so you just kind of get comfortable in the way that you move, in the way that you operate. You get comfortable in just being that person. And it takes somebody to point it out to you, or it takes other people to look at it and say, oh, I wonder what happened to them. I wonder why they behave the way that they behave. And you're looking like, what you talking about? This the way I am. This is just who I am. But a lot of times what you're doing, you are portraying the person that has been hurt, that has been abused, that has been neglected, that has been abandoned, that has had horrible things to happen to them. And you're portraying, you're really almost still in that victim role, and you haven't been able to come out of it. But I'm gonna let you know that there is a way out of that. I've shared with you all, y'all know my background. Undergraduate degree in social work, master's degree in counseling. So this is what I do. This is what I do. I am a licensed mental health professional. I do have licensure to do and to say what I am saying. Although that's not the role that I'm taking on tonight, I'm just trying to share with you all that a lot of times the way that we act and the way that we carry ourselves and sometimes the way that we respond to situations and other people, it is because we have not healed. We have not done the work. Ayanna Van Zant used to say that you can get to the other side, but you got to do the work. Okay. And so many people are not willing to do the work to get to the other side. They just want to sit there and they just want other people to just coddle to them and whatever. I know I started talking yesterday about the stuff in our lives. And I was talking about my abundance of books, my abundance of pictures, my abundance of things that I needed to clear out of my office. But that equates to a lot of times to the stuff that we hang on in life, in our life. And we can equate that to not just the physical stuff, but sometimes it's that stuff that you can't necessarily, it's not um it's not a physical thing like that, but it exhibits or it presents itself in some of our actions. You know, the depression that we may have, different things that we may be going through, the grief, like I said, and the trauma, and all of those things that we could be experiencing, but yet we have not dealt with it. We have not dealt with all of those things that is causing us so much pain. And let me just tell you, when you're in pain and when you're hurting and when you're going through all of those different things, guess what? If you have family and friends that are close to you, you're not the only person that's going through that. They're going through it right along with you. And sometimes they love you so much and they care about you so much that they never say anything about it. But then you begin to wonder why people become resentful and they don't necessarily want to be around you and they make up excuses of why they can't hang out with you. Well, they're tired. They are tired of sometimes being around that person who is still hurting. That person is still hurting, and in response, they hurt other people. And that is a true statement. People say that hurting people hurt people. They do. They do. And I'm here to say that a lot of times they are not aware of that. But then on the flip side of it, they are very much aware of it. Okay. So I just want to wrap up tonight and I just want to say is that when you have stuff that's in your life, when you have past trauma, when you have things that you haven't necessarily dealt with and you haven't tried to do the work to come out on the other side, you owe it to yourself and those loved ones around you to do the work to get yourself in a better place. I love the saying, and I've said this for this saying that this is one of the things that I often say that no matter what a person has been, they can choose to be different. They can choose to be different. As a mental health person, you know, when I was in school for counseling, we had to choose a theory. We had to choose a theory. My theory is the choice theory. And that means that I believe that everybody makes a choice one way or the other. And there are consequences to your choices. I can't make you take, I can't tell you what you need to choose. But when you make a choice between this or that, there is going to be consequences. But it's up to you to make a choice. Okay. So going back to the stuff that we have in our lives, y'all need to make some choices. Y'all need to make some choices. And those choices need to be, am I going to do the work to get rid of all this baggage? Or am I going to let this baggage take me down and keep me in a place that is not comfortable, that is not fun? The choice is yours, okay? The choice is yours. And for those that have made a choice and they've decided to do better, I commend you. I commend you for the choices that you've made. But for those that are still in limbo, guess what? It's not too late. It is never too late to make a change. Never, never, never too late to make a change. All right, everybody. I've had my say that I wanted to share with you all on tonight. I will be back with you all hopefully on tomorrow to give you all a little bit more. Not sure what I'm going to talk about, but whatever it is, I hope that you all are here and you all stay tuned. If you're not a subscriber, now is a good time to become a subscriber. Like this, share it, tell somebody else about this lady that calls herself the other Mother Teresa from East Texas, that is. And consider becoming a subscriber. For those that are my new subscribers, thank you all. Thank you all so very much for deciding that you want to listen and hang out with me for a little while. I appreciate you all. And I just want to say to all of the new people that I have within the last couple of days subscribed to your channels, I am making the rounds and getting to all of you all's channels, being able to see some of the things that you all are putting out. And let me just say, there are some amazing rock stars that are on YouTube. This is so much fun. And again, I was telling somebody, I am enjoying talking to my camera. I'm talking to my camera, you all. And guess what? If you're watching this and if you've not been consistent in doing so, pick up the camera every day and just give us a little bit of whatever God puts on your mind, on your heart, and just share some things with us, okay? You will be glad you did, and we are glad that you do. All right, everybody have a good night. Bye-bye, everybody.